Scott, it's another frustrating away day here at Dover. It's finished 1-0 to the home sides. Just want to kind of grasp your thoughts, and I'm assuming there's going to be some frustration after what we've seen out there today.
Yeah, bitterly disappointed. Didn't think there was anything in the game. I thought we started pretty brightly. I thought we started quite well. Had a couple of half chances. Slavy's one springs to mind. Davies hit the target a couple of times. And then I thought they sort of grew into the game a little bit in terms of when we lost the ball, we were a bit naive with it at times. We got caught on counter, and they were really good, to be fair, at countering. Second half, they played the conditions a lot better than we did in terms of the pitch. They spun balls in behind, they turned us, made it difficult, and then ultimately the game's been decided on mistake. Which is hugely disappointing, of course it is, but it happens from time to time. We've got to react now and try and bounce back for Tuesday night. No tougher place to go than the Oval.
It has to be said, that first half was pretty much a non-event, wasn't it, in terms of any sort of real chances between both sides, really?
Yeah, it's really difficult. I think the pitch is a bit of a bog, and there's no complaints with that. It's the same for both teams, of course, but it's really difficult to find that moment of quality. I thought it would be decided by a mistake, maybe, or a set piece. I thought it would be the two ways to maybe to win the game, and ultimately we've come out on the wrong side of it. I thought it was going to end 0-0. It looked like one of those games that was going to be a bit of a drab game. But yeah, listen, they'll be delighted that they've obviously got the 3 points. They're an honest bunch. They ran hard. They fought for everything. They probably won a few more second balls than us and used it a little bit better at times. But I thought David was going to be our outball. I thought he looked really bright and lively at times. And then his opportunity when he's gone through. Listen, I don't like the phrase "he's got to score," but he's got to hit the target at least, of course. So, yeah, it's just one of those days. People were saying to me that it's a great game to have, all this. There's no easy games in this league, and you can see that. We've lost 6 points to Dover this season, and if we want to be serious, then we've got to beat the teams that are below us. And we've lost to Dover and Weymouth in the last few weeks. And you look at the results in around us, everyone's saying, oh, it's not too bad, teams in around us have lost, but that's when we've got to win. It's as simple as that. So credit to Dover. They've come out on top today, and we go home 3 hours on a coach. Massively disappointed.
We saw actually just before the end of the first half, they had a really, really good chance through Luke Baptiste, who fired over. Was that kind of a sign of things to come at the start of the second half? Because it seemed like they were fairly on top up until the goal went in. Yeah,
I thought they just ran a little bit harder than us, to be honest. And I thought when they did win the ball back, they didn't complicate it. They spun the ball in behind. Our back four was quite high at times, and they got down the sides. And then we've lost the man in the box. So it was just moments of switching off, but I think it's when we lost the ball. We lost the ball cheap higher up the pitch. And the turnover, they ran forward. So it did cause us a few problems, but we've got to be better with the ball. We started playing into the middle of the pitch where it was congested and crowded. When we told the lads to play wide, get it to your Davids, get it to your Slavies, and it's just a bit of naivety that's crept in there. And yeah, I'm gutted at the moment because it feels like an opportunity missed. It's one of those ones where if you take one of your chances early doors, you probably go away winning 1-0. At worst, 0-0. But yeah, it's such a horrible goal to concede. It's a nothing goal. Obviously, Dan's dropped it, and then I think their strikers even scuffed it in. It's just one of those that trickles across the line. And yeah, it's one of those we've just got to box it off now, move on, and try and focus on Tuesday.
And just to go back, sorry, just before the game, you did make changes to this game. You did allude to me that you looked to do that at Worthing, but you didn't do as many as you wanted. You've done that today. Can I just ask what your thoughts were now on camera in regards to those changes?
Yeah, no, I didn't think the changes made any difference in terms of the team. Johnny, we thought it'd be a day for him today to maybe come on and just get some freshness into him for Tuesday. When he came on, I thought he did well, but we thought the pitch would be a bit of a bog. It might be difficult to play into feet, which we didn't want to do too much. Obviously, Josh, he's got a bit of tendonitis. Dan Bayliss has played every minute of every game that he's been fit. And we knew they had sort of pace up top, so we thought, you know, it's great to give Joe a game, who's been excellent, to be fair to him, in the games that he has played. So it's really difficult at the moment to try and keep everyone happy. Ezra's come into midfield. I thought he did well, but Lynch is obviously carrying a bit of a knock. But we've just said to the lads in there, from now on it's going to be Saturday, until I think just over halfway through February. So we'll be going full strength every game. We'll pick our best 11 for what we feel is right. There's not going to be any gifts being given or minutes being given if we don't think it's right. So we've had a tough schedule in January. We had to bear that in mind, which we did. and we spun it around, and I wouldn't have changed it. Ultimately, it's been decided on a mistake, so that's nothing to do with the lads that have come in or the lads that have been left out.
You also mentioned there, like you said, long January. I also just want to ask about some of the substitutions made today. Was that, in terms of yourself, was that due to a knock at all? Was that maybe because you were on the yellow as well?
Yeah.
Just ask you about that.
Yeah, so Slavy come off with a knock. He twisted his ankle late in the first half. I was on the yellow card, and I felt like I was one tackle away from maybe getting a red, and I didn't want to do that. So yeah, it was trying to be tactical, and then lo and behold, I think 2 minutes later we obviously concede. And most frustrating part is that's my little pocket, that's my little zone that I usually try and protect in front of 2 centre halves if anything goes wrong. So yeah, it's one of those. We just have to lick our wounds and move on. It is what it is. We can't change it now. Great support as well, by the way. Yeah, again from the loyal fans. So thanks to them. Apologies for them going home with the result they've got, but we can't apologise for every game. It's football. We are going to lose matches. Yep. It is what it is. But I expect a reaction from us on Tuesday, and why not? I think we're the type of club that can go and get a result. We're capable of doing the unthinkable, and the lads, I think, will give a good response.
And just quickly then, your first thoughts then on, it's the first time we'll have played Yeovil as well this season. We haven't actually managed to play them just yet. It's going to be a very difficult game. How do you gauge that one? It's
the biggest free hit in the world. That's the way that I see it. We'll go there full of confidence. We'll make sure the lads are buoyant, that they believe that they can get a result. And I believe that we can. If we set up right and we apply ourselves correctly. We have been known to do it before. They're obviously a fantastic side, and we've got to pay them respect. But we'll pay them respect, but at the same time we'll give it a right go. I think we've done it this season against your Ebbsfleets away, Grimsby at home, so why can't we do it against Yeovil? We know that we're not expected to win. They could end up winning the match, of course they could, so we'll make sure that we go there and give it everything we've got, but we need to get a rest and recover into a few of the boys after today, because it was a real slog. So yeah, I'm looking forward to Tuesday now. I'd rather skip Sunday, Monday and go straight into Tuesday. That's how I'm feeling. A lot of disappointment, a lot of anger, but yeah, listen, we know that we can't win every single football match, but the ones that we've lost in recent months are really disappointing ones.
Cheers for your thoughts, Scott. Commiserations, and we'll see you Tuesday.
Cheers, Scott. Thank you.